Good morning, you badass motherfuckers. I'm still getting on this motherfucker. It's the All on Me, the Morning Jenkins Show. I'm your host, Greg. Been getting on here since January 1st, every fucking day, because that's how we do life, motherfuckers. That's how we do life every fucking day. Whether you fully want to do it or you don't want to do it, no matter what your situation is, you still got to do life. And it's really unfortunate. Recently, I don't know what it is. It's Memorial Weekend, right? We celebrate Memorial Weekend. Celebrate, fuck. We memorializing the fallen, man. It's hard to fucking celebrate that shit. Yay! Fuck, man. It seems like there's a lot of loss in the air right now, right? In this country. The massacre at a fucking elementary school. Here I am, fucking previous classroom teacher, elementary, 4th and 5th grade. You know, I've had 2 cousins pass in the last few weeks. I've seen other friends and other family members, and even yesterday, I was doing my thing, getting some self-care, and I ran into somebody that had reached out to me when I first started the show. And this person's had a great loss as well. So it just seems like a lot of people are processing loss right now, man. And that's the hardest thing. Loss is the hardest fucking wound to heal, man. Tell me I'm wrong. What's harder than loss, right? Whether it's a loss of a relationship, a loss of a loved one, loss of a job, loss of everything, man. That's the thing, man. In my life, when I look back, fuck, I've lost a lot of shit, man. I've lost a lot of shit. Some of you have probably lost a lot of shit. And there's some things you just can't replace. And that's usually people, man. People that make a difference in our lives, that mean something to us, right? There's just some things that just can't be replaced. So then how do you fill that void? And I'm just kind of like thinking on that this morning as we're commemorating, not celebrating, commemorating the fallen in this country, brave men and women that have bore the fucking burden of the uniform and the battles to keep us free, to keep us alive, to keep us pursuing happiness, whatever your happiness is. If you are celebrating right now, we'll celebrate some more, right? If it's celebrating, doing life, you should do that. Trust me. I had like this whole premonition from the dead, a handful of years back, when I used to go and do all the National Cemetery stuff and real big into the veteran community of ceremonies. And I just had this premonition, right? If those that were no longer with us, if they could speak something from beyond the grave, right? What would they say? And what I received more than anything else is like, dude, go live life. Go live your fucking life to the fullest, man. See, I can't do that no more, right? This is someone talking from beyond the grave. We can't do that. We can't love our loved ones. We can't go on a hike. We can't camp. We can't barbecue, right? We can't celebrate, different events throughout the year. It's done. That person's done. They just, the memory lives in our heart and in our minds. And so I just feel that if they could speak, they would look at so many of us and say, what the fuck are you doing? Why have you stopped living? Because of your grief, because of your sadness, because of your sorrow. And it's hard. It's hard to fucking pick yourself up and keep pressing forward when you are trying to fill the void of loss in life. And loss comes in so many ways, shapes, and forms. It's not just in people. I mean, we can lose things. We can lose all kinds of shit, man. All kinds of shit. And I think I've probably lost more than most, man, in this life. And the saddest loss that I've ever had was when I realized the times I've lost myself. Have Have you ever lost yourself? Have you ever literally started to like lose who you are as a person in order to what? Have more acceptance? To have people, see you in a way that you are kind of misconstruing yourself, right? You're kind of manipulating motherfuckers to show who you are, but it's not who you are. Because that's one thing I know. So many of us, we show up part-time, right? Part-time people. We're only showing up as part of who we truly are. Because if we start telling people some of the shit that's really going on in us, how we really feel about situations, how we really, what we're really thinking about, man, a lot of people would freak the fuck out. A lot of close people that you care about, that care about you, they freak out, man. They really knew some of the shit you think about. And I thought about that, I think about that often, right? As to how many unspoken words, right, we hold back, right? We edit ourselves in order to what? Maintain a consistency in a relationship. We don't share our feelings, we don't share our thoughts, and it's like, we might wake up next to this person every fucking day for decades, and they still don't know who the fuck we truly are. It's scary. It's scary when you put yourself in that situation where you find this comfortability with somebody, and you don't allow yourself to grow. You don't allow yourself to change, to have new views. You have to stay locked into this certain type of person, right, that's accepted, because anything otherwise is going to be what? Reevaluated, right? People are going to look at you through a new lens. I know it happened right here before your fucking eyes. I came out barking at you motherfuckers, talking all that shit, dropping F-bombs. Really just, this is speaking my motherfucking truth. And there are so many people that they saw me as, oh, well, I thought you were the veteran guy, or, oh, I remember you when you used to go to church, and, well, I remember you from this part of your life, and that part of your life, and this part of your life, and who the fuck is this? And the truth is, man, ain't nobody doing life, right, your way except for you. And so many of us, we're so inauthentic to ourselves. See, that's the whole internal dialogue of the "it's all on me" fucking mantra. Is like saying, look, you gotta get real with yourself. You gotta find your truth. Your truth. Not the truth that other people think, because that's lies. And they don't truly know who you are, what you feel, what you love, what you hate. Because most people can't even answer those damn questions themselves. Most of us cannot sit there with a piece of paper and a pen and like invest in understanding ourselves and like I said earlier, giving yourself the permission, right, to change, right? It's like you hear it both ways in society, right? When you're in like kind of a dysfunctional relationship, there's a lot of times that people will give up on it because they're like, I either have to accept you for who you are right now, and I didn't know this is how you're gonna be. But they also say people don't change, so you're never gonna change, which is bullshit. The thing is we constantly change, right? And even if we're talking just the cellular level, but go look in the motherfucking mirror and then go pull up a picture from 10 years ago. Trust me, there's some changes there, right? And there's even emotional changes. Some people have been in moods for decades, for way too long. You've been down, you've been depressed, you're still holding on to the past, which keeps you locked in, man. It keeps you in just this, the law of attraction. If you just continue to play back the past, guess what? You're going to keep playing back the past, and that's definitely not going to move you forward in a positive direction in life, right? But you're going to still have to show up, wake up every single day, and guess what? Sometimes people just can't take the pain no more, right? And they kill themselves, right? That's another reality. I had to have that, I was kind of having that conversation with my son yesterday, right? I think just with this Memorial Day, like I started, man, there's just a lot of loss in the mind and the consciousness, the collective consciousness of this country, and it's rightfully so, right? We should be reflecting on life and death every single day, motherfuckers. 250,000 people die every single day. Right? It's 20 people every 5 minutes. I mean, this is a lot. Here in the U.S. alone, I looked up all these data, man. I haven't been really talking about the life and death, but I just keep seeing it more and more and more and more. I'm seeing the human suffering. I'm seeing people grieving loss right now, freaking out, right? Whether it's a close loss or even just seeing and having a heart for them kids and them teachers, right? That should never have to feel that way. And, we do have to have some conversations in this country. But unfortunately, we're so hyper politicized that you can't get through. You can't break through because this side already has their talking points. This side already has their talking points. And guess what? The majority of us are somewhere in the fucking middle and willing to fucking discuss this shit. But these two motherfucking parties, they've done hijacked our asses, hijacked your minds to make you think that their way is right and the other way's wrong. Their way is right, their other way's wrong. And both sides have very well articulated points, data, scientific evidence, you name it, to support it. So it's like, where do you find yourself? On any issue. Both sides have great arguments that are backed by data. Do you guys realize this? That it's so hard to fucking cut through the bullshit and get to the truth in this day and age, because both sides of any social issue have data to back up their fucking opposing view. And all that does is just mind fuck the rest of us, because we're, and if you're drinking that Kool-Aid, you're either hating on your neighbors, hating on your community, and worst, hating on your country, hating on your fellow man and woman, right? People that are just, we're all collectively together in this shit. Do you guys realize this? Right? You hating on your neighbor because they voted for Trump. You hating on your neighbor because they voted for Biden. That doesn't help you. We are all connected. And there is way more in common with the two people that one voted for Trump, one voted for Biden, than there ever will be, about colors and all this bullshit. We have to get past that, man. We have to start getting past the bullshit and start checking the media, checking our fucking politicians, right? So we can start having some real solutions to problems, real fucking solutions. And it shouldn't start with money. It shouldn't start with locking shit down, shutting shit down, taking away rights, taking away freedom. We need to get to the core essence of what causes so much suffering in this world that then causes what? So much pain. So much pain. And pain can be expressed in a gazillion fucking ways. You're feeling pain right now. If you did a checkup, if you did just a check-in with yourself, right? How does my body feel? And write this shit down. Really? You got aches and pains, right? How's your heart? Have you ever checked in with your heart? How does my heart feel? Right? Does your heart feel tense, tight, right? Or does it feel like it's just doing its thing and it feels light and easy and calm and open? Or is it tense, right? And carrying a lot of tension in your heart. Do you ever do these things? This is shit that people should learn about from the earliest ages. Kindergarten, motherfuckers. We should be learning about how to check in with ourselves, how to regulate ourselves, how to fucking emotionally and spiritually communicate our needs in a healthy way, right? That's non-threatening, right? That doesn't lead us to a path of carrying and stuffing and suffocating our hurts along the way, so that they do come out in these crazy fucking regrettable instances. Right there, motherfuckers. Right there. It's not fun. I wish life was different. I wish life could be peaceful, motherfuckers. It ain't gonna get that way. It ain't gonna be peaceful until people start becoming peaceful. You have to be at peace with yourself. You have to get to a place. You have to really put in the work to get to a place where you are truly at peace with who you are, your story, your mistakes, your faults, your flaws, every fucking thing, right? And then you gotta even go get some shit right with some other people that you may have hurt, you may have messed up, and guess what? They may not want to hear you, right? And that's okay too. But you still have an intention to clear the air is so fucking important. It's flat out important. I had to do it recently. I had to go circle back to somebody and admit something right? Not that I got caught or anything like that, but it was just pressing on me, on my spirit, on my energy, and I knew that if I spoke truth into this situation, this person may not accept me. They may be even more upset, but I know that it clears the energetic uh, cycle between us, the bond between us, because now there's like this new information, and it's not deceit, right? Are you a deceitful person? You tell little white lies, right? I used to be the fucking author of this. It's not lying, it's telling them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. It's like, there's just some times where we justify a lot of bullshit. And those little white lies we tell to ourselves all day long. Right? Some of y'all fucking nasty, not taking care of yourselves, but you still think in your mind that you're that young, good-looking person, and that when you go out there, especially if you're doing some lake things, some beach body shit, even though you ain't got it, right? You ain't got that beach body, but you still think it. And I know that because I was there when I let myself go. I got fat and nasty, right? Carrying around that fucking disgusting looking dad bod, right? I would still be checking out people, and I'm thinking, man, they checking me out. And they're like, fuck no, they ain't checking me out. You're a fat motherfucker. You need to hit the gym, man. You need to get your shit together. You need to switch up some nutrition. That's me talking to myself. That's me knowing the truth, but still feeling that, projecting like, man, I'm still, I still feel some muscles under all that fucking layers of fat. Let me see it under my man tits, my man boobs, if I got some pecs still there, man, right? Some mansicles. It's like, come on now. We gotta get honest with ourselves. We gotta start putting in that fucking work. And the way, the program is fucking clear. Right? I appreciate all those of you that get on. Like I said, I got to meet someone yesterday in person. And it seems like that's been happening a little more often. Maybe my magnetic fucking pool is just drawing more of you guys in. I love connecting with people, especially my tribe. That's the thing. When I started blasting motherfuckers, I had all these people that had a misinterpretation of who they wanted me to be in their mind. And that's not my job. That's not your job. Your job is not to make sure that you stay in line with what someone else sees you as or thinks of you, right? Your job is to truly find your truth and stand for it. Be authentic to yourself. Have some personal integrity, right? To create some boundaries and to truly feel like you can speak your truth in this country. And it's a scary thing. We got this cancel culture. You see people just for their, because of the political view they have, man. If you voted for a certain thing and you're a celebrity, right? They're going to come against you and they want to destroy your life. That's a very fucking real threat. And people are not going to take that lightly when that starts getting down to just average people. But I know so many people, especially someone that had survived 8 years in public education and higher education, right? Most people used to say, how do you do it, man? How do you do it? How do you stay there? And it's just, it's adapting and overcoming. I think that's part of that military mindset. Most of you motherfuckers won't get that shit if you ain't ever served. And I'm not trying to isolate the rest of you that just are outside looking in from that militant mindset, but it teaches you from the very fucking beginning. Our indoctrination, motherfuckers, is they put everybody in this room, man, from all over the country at boot camp, and guess what they tell you? Birthday suits, motherfuckers. Birthday suits. Welcome to your new family. Let's get naked. It's like, holy shit. Who all these motherfuckers? We get naked right here in this big ass room together? That's where your little fucking comfort zone bust. It's gone. No more comfort zone. No more you get to just cling to your little limiting beliefs. You now have to have an expanded mindset as to who you're going to be willing to work with and accept as another human being. And it's a beautiful fucking process. It's not for everybody, clearly. But it definitely opens up your perspective. And I said this yesterday. If you truly want to know about diversity, working at a high level, high performance in a diverse culture of people, go talk to anybody. Men, women alike, it don't matter. We're all, it's the most diverse organization in the world, right? The U.S. military has to be the most diverse organization in the entire fucking planet. Period. The U.S. fucking armed forces. It's made up of everybody. Every fucking religion, every belief, every skin color. Mixes, matches, all kinds of weird shit. And guess what? We're fucking highly effective, high performance. But you motherfuckers in your neighborhoods, in your political parties, all this bullshit, you guys have such a fucking limiting perspective. You don't ever want to see something from another view. I'm the kind of person, I think, from that culture. I don't watch the news. I don't waste my time on that shit. But if I ever do, like, say, you know what, I want to check on what's going on. Guess what? I go hit all of them. I hit at least two of them. I hit the opposing. I want to see the contrast in all situations. So if I go look at, like, you know, something online, you know, I'll check in with CNN, I'll check in with Fox News, because I want to see, okay, what, like, if we're talking about a major national issue, I like to see how the two different sides of the spectrum try and package the information for the fucking masses. And it's funny. Most of y'all can't handle that shit because you want the echo chamber. You want to be validated in all your thoughts and all your beliefs. You don't want to be fucking questioned. And that's crazy. If everyone in your circle of influence, of your friends, of your network, all think and act the same way, you're in trouble. You're missing out on what this experience is really about. There's no learning, there's no growth when everybody sounds and thinks the same fucking way. Diversity is strength, motherfuckers. Different perspectives. I'm here building a team at the motel, and it's like, I love how everybody is a little bit different. We all bring that together, and I think that's been my experience as a leader. As I've matured, I'm not insecure about my weaknesses. I know what my weaknesses are in business and administrative stuff and leadership. And guess what? I go and look for people that can fill those fucking areas, that can strengthen. They're an extension of me, but I bring that in. And I'm not threatened by it. But some of you motherfuckers, you're so fucking tunnel vision in your beliefs, your fucking ideology, that it totally fucks you. And this is, so I've been talking politics. You motherfucking religious motherfuckers is the same way. You're acting like everything, you can just throw a scripture at it. You can just throw a scripture at it and hide behind that shit. And it's like, motherfuckers, you need to go fucking explore this world. You need to go travel around and really get to meet some other cultures and other religions and other beliefs. It's not a threat. Like, if anything, if what you believe in is so true, then it'll reinforce it. But you should still open up your mind to be able to meet other people, mix it up with other people. Don't want to get dirty with all them sinners. Don't want to be like Jesus, mixing it up with the dirt, with the sinners. You know, that dude didn't spend a whole lot of time in church fucking mixing it up with the fucking goody good-goods. He was out there in the streets, motherfuckers, in the dirt. And that's where I'm at. I'm in the dirt. And I'm getting some more dirt. We got some more dirt on order right now. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I hope that you really cherish life, right? Because no one's guaranteed. We ain't fucking guaranteed, man. Go look up the data. Look up the data. Most fatal accidents don't happen from fucking active shooter scenarios, right? They happen just driving within like a mile or less of your home, man. Just a fucking accidents. Accidents. They happen all the time. There's a gazillion things that are out to kill you, right? There's a gazillion reasons and ways that you could die today. Cherish life. Cherish it, right? How do you honor life? The thing of life. What is life to you? Is this something that propels you to be your best? To show up? To make a difference? Anybody go volunteer this weekend? I got some big hours, big days of volunteering, right? I'm going to drive all the way to northern Colorado next week. I'm going to volunteer 4 days of my time, helping a fucking community and a state recover from major devastating fires. And I'll be doing that here in my own backyard soon enough, probably next year. We'll be doing a shit ton of fucking fire mitigation work, fire recovery work with Team Rubicon, right? That's on my heart. That's the shit that makes me thrive. Getting on here. I was sitting here this morning, and for some reason, I don't get headaches a lot. I had a headache. I still kind of have a headache. So I'm trying to hydrate and stuff. And, I just continue to think, what's the point? What's the point of getting on here? What does it matter, right? Why do I need to talk? Why do I need to share my story? And honestly, I don't even have the fucking answer to that. And that's how I know it's for me, not for you. Does that make sense? If I was doing this for you, right, the audience, then I would already be done. What's the fucking point? But I'm doing this for me. This is coming out of me. It's a part of me now. I don't even understand how I made it this far, right? Some of y'all might think, oh, well, what is he talking about? It's like, I say it every day. Been getting on here since when? January 1st. I started this year getting on here commemorating 10 years of sobriety, 10 years of transformation, turning my fucking life around. Because I have figured out something that's working. And I don't think I'm special. I don't think I'm different. I think that if you motherfuckers watching this shit would start doing a few of these steps that go along the fucking board every single day, this little ticker, right? Mindfulness, motherfuckers. Exercise, nutrition, personal development, making a difference. Those 5 fucking core values for everyday living is powerful. It can change your fucking life. And I just put little tiny times on here. Don't take a lot to get started. Investing in yourself. Investing in the relationship with yourself. Because that's the it's all on me mindset. Again, it's all about me. It's all on me. That means you take on life and all the circumstances, all the situations you've been through, and you fucking get to a point where you can accept it. Take total accountability, ownership of every fucking thing you've been through, right? Quit playing the fucking victim card. That's what we're doing in this country right now, right? Coming out of the mass fucking shooting at the elementary school, both sides, the Republicans, the Democrats, whatever the fuck, everyone's trying to run to the victim fucking post, right? There's a pole with a flag that says fucking bitch ass victims. Right? And everybody's trying to own that fucking flagpole. They want to be the victim. You want to be the one that says, I'm right, this shouldn't ever happen, and it's your fault. Right? And the other one's saying, I'm right, this should never happen, it's your fault, and here's how we fix it. And everybody just wants to be the fucking victim nowadays. Right? Instead of the victor, overcoming shit. And we got to slap some of these fucking politicians around, but y'all won't do it. You're going to keep getting sweet talked. You're going to keep believing in a system that's totally corrupt. It's totally broken. It's a piece of shit, right? I'm starting to see some people like wake up that are super hyper partisan, right? Y'all into your shit, but it ain't going to change. When the elections come, boom, 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 you're fucking lockstep right back in it, fucking party fucking politics, man. Because that's your program. That's what you're focused on. Right, you see these independent people come out there, and man, independent registrations for voting has been all-time high, but it's still not organized. We still want to gravitate to the two-party system. It sucks, right? We truly need people that are going to fight for fucking freedom, fight for justice, fight for equity, right? And kill the motherfucking corruption, man. We getting robbed, motherfuckers. We getting robbed. They're stealing our wealth. They're wasting our money. That's the most important thing. Wasting our money. There's this one song I listened to. It's talking about tax brackets. You know, the dude gets his first $1 million check, right, as a rapper. And there's this little dialogue that's kind of humorous. But, you know, he's talking to Uncle Sam, and Uncle Sam takes half the fucking money. And he's like, what the fuck, man? I made the $1 million. You get half? And then I don't even get to choose what the money gets spent on, because he's talking about, you know, the unequitable situations in the inner cities and shit. That he don't get to choose what curriculum gets taught to kids in the inner cities, you know, what services and resources, and it is kind of wild, right? Why the fuck these motherfuckers making all the choices on spending? Why can't we have an app, right? And when we pay our fucking tax bill, we can choose where our money gets invested. Instead of having these other motherfuckers spending our money, and it's really, if you don't understand the corruption, man, all the contractors, all the money, it's like the politicians approve the money, they spend the money, and guess what? They spend it to people they know they're affiliated with, special interests, and the money just comes back. But y'all motherfuckers just don't want to see it, or you do see it, but it's so overwhelming and your life is so fucking chaotic that you really just, you're numb to it. You can't deal with it, and I get that too. Let's stay focused on us. If you improve on yourself, if you start building a better relationship with yourself, all this other bullshit around you will improve too. I believe that. But hopefully it doesn't come to a point where motherfuckers just keep getting more and more agitated, aggravated, and we start getting some civil unrest going on in these streets. Because there's a lot of angry motherfuckers out there. There's a lot of pissed off people in this world right now, right? And there's a lot of good reasons to be upset. And there's a lot of motherfuckers that are sitting there in the quiet saying, leave me the fuck alone, mind your own business, leave me alone. And they're getting provoked right now. And that's not a good thing. That's not going to be a good thing, because when they start to show up and say enough's enough, it's not going to be good. I wish you guys the best. I hope that you'll find peace. I hope that you will find comfort, right, in the processing of loss. As we commemorate Memorial Day, we think about fallen warriors, right, that have defended this country. But you know, Memorial Day can have an extension of anybody that's not here with us today, right? How do you commemorate them? How do you fill the void? How do you fill that emptiness inside you? It's one of the hardest fucking journeys to do. The healing of loss of any form, right? Let's take time to be good to ourselves. Let's take time to do something that makes us feel alive. Get outside. Get outdoors. I love you guys. I appreciate it. I love seeing you. I love it when you interact with me and connect with me. It gives me some motivation, right? It gives me motivation, but it encourages me, right, to keep the message going, to keep speaking my truth, knowing I know I hurt some motherfuckers that can't handle this shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you can't handle this fucking content. There's plenty of other content out there, right? There's plenty of other content creators that'll pat your bottom, rub your tummy, but that ain't this motherfucker, right? That is not the life I've lived. That's not the culture I've grown up with. And that's not the fucking state of our fucking America right now. It's time to get hard, motherfuckers. You know the fucking warnings are out there. The red flags are out there. You gotta wake the fuck up. It's time to wake the fuck up from your sleep, from your being sidelined, being complacent, being disengaged. There's some of you, right, that could have the right intention. You should go run for them fucking politics shit. You should go run for something. Do something in your community. If you truly feel you got the best intentions, you got a big mouth and you're always posting up memes, you always got something critical to say about another party, why don't you jump in? Why don't you put your fucking name on the line? Trust me, I did it with this bullshit on my back. I did it twice. What's your fucking excuse, right? Go run. Run for fucking school board, city council, right? State level, federal level. There's a million ways that you could fucking run and quit talking all that shit and start putting some action behind it. But most of y'all won't do it because you're scared, right? You think your fucking duty is just putting a fucking check in the box on a little fucking computer screen a couple times every few years. That's bullshit. That is not what it's about, right? In this country, we should have a government by the people, for the fucking people. If you're hearing my voice, you're a part of that. And you should step out. You should put yourself out there. You should make your voice fucking heard. Your beliefs heard. Quit complaining, right? That's what I hear. I hear way too much fucking complaining from people. And there ain't no solutions in complaining. Come with solutions. And you should be the fucking solution to the problem. Anybody ever think about that? Why don't you step up and become the solution to problems in your community, problems in this fucking world? We need you to become the best version of yourself so you can fucking contribute in a positive way instead of just sitting there fucking numb, right? Celebrating, overindulging in fucking everything pleasurable and not putting out any fucking work, embracing some discomfort, putting yourself out there, right? Risking a little bit of fucking failure. Y'all just keep playing it safe, man. You're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna have so much fucking regret. Mark my motherfucking words, cause you know the fucking drill. Results kill excuses. It's all on me.